Hey boss, I brought you something. Cookies. What y'all call biscuits.
Oh no, Ted, you don't have to know. It's... Okay, fine. Oh, me!
Oh, I'm glad you like them.
Where did you get these?
Oh, I'll bring them every day. We'll have biscuits with the boss. Alrighty, well, I'll leave you to it, boss.
I gotta figure out how to make these. Let's make the Ted Lasso biscuit recipe. The trick to a super rich taste and texture is to use European butter. It contains 82% milk fat compared to 80% in regular butter. This is going to add a really creamy flavor. Use 8 ounces or 1 cup of unsalted butter. My top choice is Irish Kerrygold. It's from grass-fed cow's milk, giving you a beautiful golden color and sweet flavor. If you can't find Kerrygold, just use another European-style butter or Flugra. There are no leavening agents added to the recipe, so we're going to use butter to give it structure. Soften the butter to about 65 degrees. When you press on it, it should give you some resistance and leave an indent. If the butter is too warm, you're going to get a really dense shortbread. It's important to cream the butter and sugar together to add a really light texture. Add 2/3 cup of granulated sugar. Granulated sugar makes the cookies really tender. If you want to use powdered sugar, just know that it contains cornstarch, so it'll make it a little bit more dry. To enhance the taste, add 3/4 teaspoon of kosher salt and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Some traditional recipes don't add vanilla, but I love the warm baked flavor and aroma that it adds. Use the paddle attachment and just stir on low speed to combine all of the ingredients. Mix on medium speed until the mixture is light and fluffy, about 2 minutes. Pale yellow color indicates that air pockets have been trapped inside the butter. Scrape down the sides of the bowl. Add 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Mix on low speed until the flour is hydrated and you get a crumbly dough. This is perfect. It should be able to compress together, but do not overmix or the cookies will become tough. I'm using an 8-inch square metal baking pan to make the biscuits. To prevent sticking and make the cookies a lot easier to remove, add a piece of parchment paper. You want a slight overhang so it's easy to grab. Add the dough. Use your hands to quickly spread out the dough so that it's in an even layer in the pan. Then lightly press down. You don't want to remove all of that air in the butter. Add a piece of plastic wrap on top, or you could use parchment paper. This is just to help prevent sticking. And then use the bottom of a spatula and press to give a flat surface. Use the tines of a fork to prick the surface of the dough about 36 times. Docking creates little holes for steam to escape so that you don't get a bubbly surface. Chill the dough so that the butter solidifies so that you don't get a really dense cookie. Just add a cover on top and refrigerate for at least 30 minutes or freeze for a maximum of 15 minutes. From this point, you can even make the cookie dough 2 days in advance. Ooh, the dough is nice and firm from chilling. We're going to bake this at 325 degrees until golden brown. Wow, these look so good. The surface is evenly golden brown and smells amazing. I let this bake for about 30 to 35 minutes. Now I'm going to allow it to cool for 5 minutes and then we're going to slice them. The biscuits have doubled in size, about 1 inch thick, and it's a lot easier to cut when they're still hot. You can cut them in any size you like, but if you plan on putting them in a pink box to serve, you're going to want to use those dimensions. To make 18 pieces, use a sharp paring knife and cut in half, then cut into 6 even sections. Now cut across into 3 equal parts. These shortbread cookies are delicious as is, but to add a little bit extra sweet flavor, we're going to add a garnish on top. Use either granulated sugar, or if you want to get fancy and more sparkly on the surface, use sparkling sugar. I'm going to use granulated sugar because it sticks better to the surface. Sprinkle on a small amount, as much or as little as you like. Typically I use about a tablespoon. This is just going to add a nice contrasting crunch. Although it's tempting to eat these cookies right away, you want to let them cool completely inside of the pan. The butter fat will solidify at room temperature, giving a much more tender and slightly crisp biscuit. These are nice and cool. Let's lift them out of the pan. Grab the overhang and lift it out. If the pieces are sticking together a little bit, just re-slice. These store really well in an airtight container for about 10 days, or you could freeze them for up to 2 months. Wow. Thick, melt in your mouth, shortbread cookies. Mmm. So good. Now you're ready to have biscuits with the boss. Who would you share them with? Leave a comment below. And don't forget to serve with some hot brown water. I mean, tea. See you in the next video.